My name is Jamal Carter. I was 19 when I shipped off to Fort Drake, a boot camp known for breaking boys and spitting out soldiers. I came from the south side of Chicago, a place where survival was its own kind of basic training. My mom raised me on her own. She worked double shifts at the hospital and still managed to help me finish school without getting sucked into the street life that swallowed so many of my friends. I joined the military not just for the education or the paycheck. I joined to prove something to her, to the world, and to myself. But nothing prepared me for drill instructor Mitchell. He was the first face we saw when we stepped off that bus. A towering white man with a square jaw, deep-set eyes, and a voice like gravel in a blender. He paced back and forth with this icy calm that was somehow more terrifying than when he screamed. And he had a habit of locking his stare onto you like he could see through your bones. It wasn't long before I realized something. He had it out for me. "Carter," he barked on day 2. "Did your mama dress you this morning, boy? Fix your damn collar. Carter, you got concrete in those boots? Move." Carter, I didn't know they let affirmative action into my core. The other recruits heard it. Some looked away, pretending they didn't. Others laughed nervously, grateful it wasn't them in the crosshairs. At first, I told myself it was just part of the process. Everyone gets a hard time. This was boot camp. It's supposed to be hard. But it wasn't the same for everyone. When Tom Blake, a white recruit from Idaho, messed up, Mitchell gave him a slap on the wrist and a second chance. When I made the same mistake, it was push-ups until my arms trembled and my face hit dirt. Or worse. He'd make me stand alone in front of the squad and recite humiliating chants like some twisted performance. One night, while everyone else slept, I sat in the latrine, scrubbing my boots clean for the 3rd time that week because he said mine smelled like cheap labor. I stared at my reflection in the mirror, eyes tired, muscles aching, lips cracked, and asked myself the question I never thought I'd ask. Why am I doing this for a country that still sees me as less? The tipping point came during the endurance trial in week 6. I was sick, low fever, stiff joints, but no one gets a sick day in boot camp. It was pouring rain. My team had to carry a log up a steep, muddy hill. We were slipping, soaked to the bone, our fingers raw. I slipped once, just once, and the log shifted. Mitchell lost it. "Drop that log, Carter. Drop it, and I'll drop you from this program." I stood there, log on my shoulder, heart pounding in my ears. I knew what he was trying to do. He wanted me to quit. Want to say he knew I wouldn't make it, that I wasn't cut out for the discipline. But I didn't drop it. I clenched my teeth, lifted with everything I had, and led my team to the top of that hill. That night, the guys in my squad pulled me aside. They told me they saw it, saw how I was treated. Even Blake admitted it. "Man, it ain't right," he said. "We all getting smoked, but not like you." And that was the moment I realized something powerful. I wasn't crazy. It wasn't just in my head. It wasn't just me being soft. What I was experiencing had a name. It was targeted. It was systemic. I started documenting everything, dates, times, comments. I didn't know if anything would come of it, but I knew staying silent meant accepting it. And I wasn't built for that. When graduation day came, I stood in uniform, tall and proud. My mother was in the front row, tears in her eyes. I had made it, but the fight wasn't over. I filed a formal complaint. At first, it went nowhere. Red tape, delays, quiet dismissals. But then, 2 other trainees, Latino and Asian, filed similar reports. The pattern became undeniable. 6 months later, I got word Mitchell was being investigated for multiple counts of racial misconduct. He was dishonorably discharged. Now I stand here as a staff sergeant, training the next generation. I tell them the truth, that the uniform doesn't erase who you are or how the world sees you, but it does give you a platform to demand better. Not every enemy wears a different uniform. Sometimes they wear the same one and hide behind rank and rules to divide and degrade. But here's the thing about injustice. It only wins when good people stay silent. I didn't, and neither should you. Respect isn't given by the uniform you wear. It's earned by the integrity you carry.